ABC2 is working for you this morning, helping you stick with your resolutions beyond January 31st.
Yeah, eating better is a popular resolution to make, but adding more veggies to your diet, cutting out the carbs and sugar, not always easy to maintain. ABC2 News' Megan Knight spoke to a nutritionist at GBMC for tips on how to stick to your diet goals for the entire year and not just a few weeks.
Yeah, that's a very big goal when you think about it like that. So, and when you're making this resolution, it's one of those things where you have just so many options on how you can improve your diet. It can be tough to figure out what's the best way to go about this. Should you be counting calories? How many pounds should you lose a week? And does that keto diet actually work? Well, we asked these questions to a nutritionist at GBMC to help you keep your resolution.
You know you need a good balance of fruits, veggies, proteins, and whole grains in your diet. The problem is finding ways to get those healthy foods into every meal, every day.
It's important to think of it week by week instead of as a whole year.
Jana Wolf is the director of nutrition for the Comprehensive Obesity Management Program at GBMC. She says be realistic about your goals and what works for your lifestyle.
If you want to increase your fruits and veggies, what's an easy way to do that? You know, if you don't really have time to prep all these veggies, you know, for your meals, maybe get a small steamer bag or for the week, or like bagged salads or riced cauliflower that you can just saute and it's done.
Does your partner or kids like to have junk food around the house? Wolf says don't rely on willpower alone to stop you from digging in.
When there's temptations right in front of you, your brain actually starts to produce enzymes in your mouth to get ready to eat. So if you hear someone opening up a bag of chips and that for you is a trigger food, something that you can't stay away from, it needs to be out of the house.
Slow and steady is key to losing weight and keeping it off. Wolf says 1 to 2 pounds a week is ideal. And while diets do work, they don't work for the long haul.
You can regain back all of the weight plus some. And there's a lot of research out there that shows that dieting for the long term doesn't work, but that to lose weight for the short term, yes, it does work.
A food diary is a great way to start your journey towards eating better because it gives you a good visual of your eating habits.
If you are an emotional eater or a boredom eater, write that down too. You know, when you do boredom eat, write that down so you actually just raise your awareness about how you're eating, not just what you're eating.
And if you don't hit every goal every day, don't let it derail your efforts to eat healthy.
And instead of looking at them as failures, just think of them as part of the process and just reevaluate. You know, if you look back at what you did and you kind of slipped up, that's okay. Slip, don't slide.
Slip, don't slide.
I like that. You know what I have a really hard time with is I'll go home and I'll be so hungry, and while I'm cooking this healthy meal for myself, I'm snacking. By the time the meal is done, I'm just like, well, I'm not even really hungry because I just ate all the bad stuff.
Right, yeah. She says, you know, you got to be aware of the snacking, especially if you don't like to eat big meals through the day. And a lot of people like to just graze. Sometimes that can add on the pounds too. She also talked about cheat days. I know a lot of people who do like really good 6 days a week, and on the 7th day they just go gangbusters and eat whatever they want. Right. She said, maybe just do a cheat meal.
Okay.
And don't overdo it. Don't eat like 1,000 calories in your meal and then just undo everything that you've worked so hard for the rest of the week.
So cheat, but don't cheat too much.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Cheat in moderation.
Cheat meal, right. And I thought it all made sense because she was saying with the temptation, the brain actually starts to produce enzymes in your mouth. It's like it all makes sense.
Right. Your mouth starts watering.
It's your fault.
It's not my fault.
Don't open that bag of chips in front of Ashley. That's rude.
Exactly. That's interesting. All right, Megan, thank you.